Welcome everyone to another great episode of Brutally Honest. I'm your host Stitches NBC. Tonight I'm joined with
Brutal Key.
Yo, I'm glad you got your mask on, bro. What's good with that?
What you mean? I don't know where you been.
Oh, you don't know where I've been? Well, I have it on because I know where the hell you've been. That's why I need it.
Oh, right? Man.
Hello, everybody.
Wait.
Yo, no. We're not talking about anything, all right?
We're not talking about it. We said we wasn't going to bring it up.
Bring what up? Today we're going to be talking about certain things such as, why are you telling me you're tired? Why are you telling me you're about to just lay down? And yeah, I see you posting on Facebook. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how is it when you're ready and they still need time. We're going to talk about the main caption was, a good woman can take a bum and turn him into a king. And that same woman can turn that king and break him right down into a bum and completely destroy his life. We're going to talk about things like that. We're going to talk about, it's because I like you, why I don't want to smash. Mama, we had that conversation.
Oh, man.
It's because I like you. It's because I'm feeling you like that. Why I don't want to smash. What? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna also end the show as far as when they always have a tag along, when they're always trying to bring something with them, like somebody with them. They've been through a hard breakup, they've just been cheated on, or whatever. Why are they always bringing them on in the dates? Like, y'all just trying to have a good time by yourselves. Why do they always keep bringing that tag along? We're going to talk about that. Me and Keith, we are going to disagree so much in this show. I hope you guys are ready. I'm ready. I hope you have your popcorn ready. For real. Let's get it. Put some butter and salt on it. We're about to get the show started. Press 1 if it's live, 2 if it's a replay. And you could just comment if you want to, if you guys want a shout out. It's all good. Now, but for real, the main thing that we're gonna start talking about today is are we live?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I don't see it on my pad yet, so let me just check this out. All right, cool. Let's get it. I'm just making sure because y'all hear comments and y'all probably get on my ass if y'all don't see me commenting. Yo, Lobella, what's good? Thanks for commenting. Erica Warren. Was good. Can I let them know about Sunday yet? Can I let them know about Sunday? Can I let them know about dope discussions? Or should you know what? The ball's in your court. I'm just here to provide my services. we good. Got some jalapeno chips to match the heat of this debate. Oh, girl, you don't even know. Now, let's get this show on the road. 1 if it's live, 2 if it's a replay. Your boy Stitches NBC and Brutal Keith getting the show started. Now, how do you feel, Keith, how do you guys feel when you're talking with somebody and you're getting to know that person or you're involved with that person, you're good friends or you're dating, you're in that talking phase, and you're talking with this person, this guy or this girl, right? Mm-hmm. And it comes to an evening, right? You guys are used to talking every day and things like that, but one time he or she tells you, hey, man, I'm actually tired tonight. I'm probably just going to lay down for a bit and just chill for the night. All right, cool. Now, I've gone through this where I go through my days. Sometimes I have a long day. Sometimes maybe sometimes I'm not even in the mood. So I'll tell Shorty this. And so I lay down. And then later on that night, she's over here hitting me up like, hold up. I thought you was tired. I thought you was going to lay down. Why do I see you posting on Facebook? Why do I see you sharing posts? Why do I see you commenting? Why do I see you on social media for? Like, I thought you was tired. And to be honest with you guys, I actually felt a certain way about that. I want to know if you guys actually take that as a form of insecurity or something like that. I don't know what the hell. My app has a song apparently today. But let's get the show on the go. Tanisha, Haiti, thank y'all all for tuning in. Michelle, Brenda, yes, I can let them know about Sunday's dope discussions. I don't think they ready yet, but we're definitely gonna keep it brutally honest. Best believe that. I'll let you guys know towards the end of the show. I have a few announcements as far as a couple of changes that we're doing for brutally honest. It's definitely gonna start next week. I have a couple of news that I want to let you guys know, keep you guys informed, and keep you guys in the loop. Now, I always felt a certain way about that because when I'm telling Shorty, hey, listen, I'm just tired, I just want to chill and I just want to lay down, it doesn't mean like, oh, I'm just going to go straight to sleep or I'm just going to knock out. Like, hold up, there's a process for this. I mean, just a quick question to you guys. How do you guys fall asleep? How do you guys fall asleep? What's the best way for you guys to fall asleep? Me personally, I need complete darkness and complete silence. That's what I need to, and I also need to be tired.
Okay, I was gonna say for me, man, I with the lights on, TVs, everything on, it don't matter. When I'm tired and I say I'm going to bed, that's when I knock out.
So how do you feel about that? Like, have you ever been into a position where you just want to lay down, you just want to chill, you just want to be by yourself, and you tell shorty, maybe the girlfriend at the time, somebody you talking to, you let them know, hey, listen, I'm tired, I just want to lay down. And you lay down, but obviously we both admitted, yeah, we'll still be on our phones, we'll still be on social media and things like that. And have you ever gotten, matter of fact, I'm just going to assume you have.
I was going to say, it's happened. It's definitely
How did you take that? Like, how did it make you feel? Let's start off with that. Like, how did it make you feel?
Well, the first thing was when they commented that, it felt like, well, maybe they wanted to have a conversation or they wanted to talk or something. And when I said I was going to bed, they felt like I shut them down or something because they came at me like, oh, but you still posting though. And I'm like, well, yeah, I didn't say I was going to sleep. I said I'm laying down.
Yeah, but the time was supposed to be for her.
Well,
right,
and ultimately that's how she took it, and I told her, well, then you should have took that time to say, well, hey, do you want to talk about this or do you want to talk about that? If you got something on your mind, it shouldn't always be for me. If I say, hey, I'm laying down, it shouldn't be for me to start the conversation always. If you got something that you want to say or talk about it. If I can respond, or if I say I'm laying down and I do knock out and I don't respond to the first message, then you know I went to sleep. But if you send the message and I start responding, I could easily go from laying down to on my way to your house. Like, depends on what the conversation goes.
I definitely agree with you there. Thank you everybody for tuning in. A quick shout out, Wolf, thanks for tuning in. Haiti, Melissa, Danny, Julie said, everybody tuning in. Now, what we're talking about is this. I'm gonna keep you guys in the loop, and I'm gonna keep doing that during the show. We're talking about when you're talking with somebody, dating somebody, you're involved with somebody, and you know it's towards the end of the night, it's the evening, or maybe it's already at nighttime, and they're telling you, hey, pa, hey, ma, I'm tired. I just want to lay down. Cool, good night. But yet you still see them posting on Facebook and still commenting and sharing and stuff like that's the conversation we're having right now. Now, it did make you feel a certain way, like, you know, but it makes me feel even more because it's like, why did I tell you, like, I'm just gonna lay down? It's plain and simple. I'm just not in the mood to talk, and I'm not even in the mood to text. So yeah, who cares if you saw me posting on Facebook? Who cares if you see me commenting? Who cares if you see me sharing whatever? That's just me being on social media, just being on social media. So it is. It's not like I'm there actually having a conversation with somebody on social media. If I was, then I can understand why the person would feel a certain way. Because if you could have a conversation with somebody else that you don't barely even know, why not have that conversation with me? Okay, cool. I can understand that. Cool. But I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is I'm not in the mood to talk and I'm not in the mood to text. And by me telling you, yeah, I'm going to lay down, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. I'm just tired. I'm just not in the mood. I just want to be at peace, and I want to spend a long time doing what I want to do for myself. You know, like, I don't want to keep talking to you, and it has nothing to do with you. It could be everything about me. Maybe I just had a long day, so there's no reason for you to be taking it personal. That's what I'm getting at, Keith.
True.
Well, now you gotta say more than just true.
Well, I mean,
like, come on, my killer.
But I mean, it's true though. Like, if just because I said I'm laying down or whatever the case may be, don't mean that I don't have other things to do before I actually knock out, or I may not be. I might have been entertaining you and then decided, okay, let me take care of the stuff I need to before I go to bed to prepare myself for the next day. Like, it's not all about that person; it's about me too.
Gotcha. Brandon Cruz, why are y'all not 6 feet away? We are. You just have your phone too close. Put it a little farther, my killer. Thanks for joining. Like, you want to troll? Let's get it. I'm here, my killer. Tanisha, the green active light. Oh, the active, like, I'm glad you mentioned that because that's very real too. I do find that insecure. This is why I go into my settings on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat. Snapchat, I'm on ghost mode. Instagram, don't even have permission to go into my microphone or my photos. And Facebook, I keep my active status off. It's just off, to be honest. Listen, I appreciate all the DMs and I get them, but to be honest, I get a lot of hate mail too. I get a lot of toxic people hitting me up, but I got a lot of negativity too. And to be honest, I need to protect myself and my energy, so I just keep my messenger on silent, keep my status active status on off, and it's all good. Love Bella. I always text someone and fall asleep, leaving them hanging. But just because I'm posting on Facebook and Instagram doesn't mean I'm going to sleep. I understand you. At the end of the day, that's the beauty about texting. Because if I text you, that's what exactly what I did. I text you. I text you whenever I could, whenever I had the time. You text me whenever you can, when you ever have the time. Hey, listen, if I text you at nighttime, so how was your day? And you respond the next day with, oh, it was pretty good. How was your day? I'm okay with that. We don't always have to start with a good morning and a good night. It's just, it's not that for me. It's petty. To me, it's really not that serious. Wolf, you say you have a lot to say. We here, bro. We'll read those comments as well too. Talk to me about your opinions.
Yeah.
What happened to personal space? That's your girl Haiti, and that's what she's talking about, like the personal space. Since we're talking about, hey, listen, I just want to be left alone. I'm not in the mood to talk and things like that. Like just respect and appreciate my personal space. Is what I feel like. That's where she's coming from, which is like I just want my alone time. I just want to be at peace. Like fall back for a second. Like everything should be balanced as well. Like we shouldn't be on top of everybody. Hey man, how was your day? How was work? How's your morning? Hey, how's your afternoon going? I hope your day went well. Like, damn, you just spoke to her 2 hours ago. She good. I mean, she's good.
Let's keep it brutally honest though, Stitch. If we talking about this as far as, I say I'm going to bed, but I'm still active or I'm still posting. The only person that's going to question that is somebody that's insecure. I mean, let's be brutally honest about it, right? Who else is going to question that?
Yes, but why are they insecure? And not more why they're insecure, because the answer to that question is because they're interested in you to that level that made them feel insecure.
Well, yeah, but mostly it's like, hey, if you say you're going to bed and you're still posting, then you might be talking to somebody else because you're not talking to me.
Erica Warren, thank you for that. She commented, bro, most times when I do that, it's because the person doesn't hold my attention enough for me to be all night texting.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's real too.
Yeah,
you're right. Like, you know what? I couldn't have said any better myself. You're right.
They want to talk, but can't hold the combo.
She's just not sparking my interest. It's like, if I'm going to speak personal, it feels like it's just surface talk to me. And by surface talk, it means things with conversations with no root, no meaning, no essence. No way of actually learning anything else about the person. Surface talk as far as how was your day? The day was good. How's the weather? It's hot and it's cold. What do you like to eat? What's your favorite type of liquor? That to me is just surface talk. To be honest with you, if we like to talk about roots, it would be more like La Bella. She asked the question. She was asking a question as far as, what do you do when something you're trying to fix keeps breaking? Now, I could have just answered that question and just answered it right there, right? Just answer the actual question. But no, I want to dig deeper. I want to go to the root of it. So instead of asking or answering the question, I analyze, why is the question being asked in the first place? And after I figure that answer out, I'm going to go directly and hit the conversation where it needs to be hit. So I responded to her question was, some things are better left broken. And that's what we're talking about. Because that's what you really want to know. Why do you keep on fixing something? You know what? Maybe it doesn't need to be fixed. Some things are just better left broken. That was just my opinion on things like that. It's toxic to be jealous so early in a friendship and relationship. You're absolutely right. Avoid mission. Damn right. Wolf, that could be the possibility. Communication is key all the time, man. I'll tell someone I personally don't want to speak with them at that moment to cut out any confusion. And that's the proper way to do it. Just being straight up, just letting them know, hey, this is what it is. Now, if they take it personal, that's on them. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You know, don't let that change your character. Now, let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on. Keith, we touched on this on the last week's shows. If you guys didn't watch it, definitely tune in. Check that out.
Yep.
I had said something and we only touched on it.
Yeah.
And it was the statement as far as a good woman can turn a bum into a king, or she can also turn a king and completely destroy him. What are your thoughts about that? What are your guys' thoughts as far as a man's wife can either break him or make him? I want to know, you guys, before I give my input on that. I really want to know. Talk to me,
definitely. What I was gonna say when you had brought that up the first time is first off, it depends on the man. If he is, I want to say, if he's soft, it's gonna be the second part where
she could break him down.
She could break him.
Okay.
But if he's, I don't want to say hard or strict or anything like that, because it's not about machista. It's more about if he's genuine in what he's doing.
If he has a high confidence level?
There you go.
Okay.
No female will be able to break him down. But I do believe that the right woman can take a man that's doing well and make him better. And I think it takes a devious woman to take a man that's doing well and break him down.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and what I mean by that, when
so
I say devious,
you're kind of on the fence with this one.
Well,
right?
Here's the reason why. It's because it's like, okay, if I look at the first part of it, as far as, you know, a good woman turning a man or turning a bum into a king, meaning she can take somebody, see his potential, and help him become what she sees. And I get that. There are some women out there. Me personally, I don't like women that are like that. And the only reason why is because I feel like they make projects out of their relationships or the guys they get involved with.
Okay.
Like, this is how he is, I'm going to change him. That's just how I'm looking at it. Now, on the other side, as far as a woman being able to take somebody that's up here and bring them down there, the reason I say that's devious is because if you see a man doing well and you don't want to help him do better, your goal is to take what he got for yourself. That's why I'm saying devious. It's going to take somebody that's conniving, that's willing to cheat, steal, and rob, so to speak, to take something away from somebody that has built themselves up already before they met a woman.
So you're talking about more as far as his devious because of the woman's intentions.
Oh, definitely.
And her own hidden agendas as far as, like you said, I'm going to build him up like he's a Build-A-Bear or something like that. And once he reaches a certain level, I won't have something along those lines. Okay, cool.
Right.
So this is, so now, okay, no one has responded to that as far as do they agree or disagree with a woman can turn a bum into a king or they can actually turn a king into a bum. Do you guys agree with that? Yes or no? One of y'all agree, two of y'all disagree. It's all good. So it goes like this. The driving factor, the desire, the number one desire that we all have as human, especially men, that drives us, that gives us that desire to keep moving forward is sex. Now,
okay,
I'm speaking with, now I'm actually speaking from facts, from research and studies that I've actually done. So if you guys disagree with me, just tell me why. Just don't be ignorant, but definitely let's all do our research on this. So it goes like this. The number one driving factor in humans, especially men, is sex. Sex is what drives us. Mm-hmm. What really drives a man is the desire to please a woman. And they use this as an example. Even back in the days when we was just cavemen and things like that, the hunter, they will be the one to be, they're the best hunter, they're the man. Why? Because it was going to attract the woman's attention, which we all know this. Wow, that dude gets a lot of play. Now all of a sudden we look at the dude differently. Now we respect him, or now we admire him like, yo, he must be doing something right. You feel me? So now that's how it affects men. That's why when we see another man that pleases women, or that women are automatically attracted to him. Mm-hmm. So it goes down back to our roots from the caveman era. This is history. Neanderthals is what I'm talking about. So it's still the same. Now, our methods of pleasing a woman may have changed. You know, back then it was more brute force. We're not, brute force is deemed unorthodox right now. No. Now is we use certain tips and tricks to attract females, like money, how we look, our physique, money. I'm gonna say that again. You know, things of that nature. Flattery, flirty, how we sweep a woman off her feet. Things like that. Now, back in the days, you know, women didn't have nothing to compete back in the days. Back in the days before Casanova days, because men only have brute force to overpower the woman. So woman felt powerless. So one of the first ones in history was Cleopatra. She was actually the one to create the art of flattery. The art of flattering men. Why? Because she understood men. Men were very machista. We're very egotistical. Like, you brush us the right way, and you're gonna make us crumble. We could be a giant, but if women know how to really get to us, we'll turn into Bruce. What is it? Not Bruce Wayne. From the Hulk. Bruce, whatever the guy's name. But you know, we could be Superman. We could act like Superman, and the right woman can, with the right touch and the right words, can actually turn us into Clark Kent. Now, what I mean is, like, she doesn't mean that she takes our power or anything like that. It means that the right woman can actually help a man turn his guard down. Now, the statement was, a man's wife can either break him or make him. So now let's dive deep into that specific quote. Now we're saying a man's wife. So now if we're saying a man's wife, that means the man chose this woman. It's the woman to his liking. So let's just go off with that. Yeah. Now let's not say it's just any woman. No, it's the man's wife. It's serious, right? Like, no, this is the woman that's for me. So if I believe this is the one for me and that's my wife, now she holds the power to make me or break me. Yes, she does, even if she doesn't know it. And the way she can do that is by understanding or misunderstanding who I am, what drives me, what my goals are, and what my ambitions are, and what's my character. You know, we've spoken about love languages and things like that, but we're talking more deep as far as what's my character, what type of man I am. Can you cater to me? Can you deal with that? Can you brush me in a nice way to make me still feel like a man, and also not put yourself in a level or situation of belittlement where you feel like you're lowering yourself for me? No, that's not what I'm talking about, because at the end of the day, a relationship should be a team, and we're all supposed to be 50-50. Yeah. You know, that's what I'm talking about. So a man's wife has the choice, for a woman can either break him or make him. So how can a woman break him? A woman can break a man if she doesn't understand him. Like, if the man is always coming home to this wife, the woman that I chose to be with, and she's bringing me down, she's pessimistic, she doesn't believe in me, she doesn't trust in me, that's going to affect me, because I chose this woman, because I believed in her, but she doesn't believe in me. And you understand? That's why I want to get more specific into it.
And you hit the nail on the head when you said that she doesn't believe in you. So if it gets to that point, and like I said, this is why I say it takes devious, like somebody who knows what they're doing and choose to do that. Like, a woman that's there for you, that's been there from the bottom, that got to the top, she's not going to wait to the top to try to take half of it from you, bro. She's going to want to keep you, she's going to want to make sure that y'all keep succeeding.
Because she's doing the same thing as well. Facts. Now, if a man's a king, every king deserves and wants and needs a queen. Now, you kind of disagree with me on the word as far as need, so let's move on to that. Joseph Rivera, there's a book called The Art of Seduction. That's exactly where I got my research from as far as the Cleopatra. The book is called The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Definitely check that out. He also made books such as 48 Laws of Power, and one of my favorite, which is the 50th Laws of Power, written by Robert Greene, / 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson. Definitely need to pick that up. There's better books than that, though, but if you guys are interested in the art of seduction, things like that, definitely pick it up. It's definitely great. It actually tells you about what type of seducer you are, if you're a siren, if you're a coquette, if you're a date. It's pretty good. I like that book as well. I put you onto that too as well. Now, let's say you become the energy you choose to be around. If it's not healthy, it's important for you to get up and get out. Yes, and how do you know that it's not healthy? When that energy is actually draining you instead of filling you up instead. Now, what do you think about this quote to segue into the next one? A wise man learns from others' mistake, a fool only learns from his own.
Well, I mean, that was something that I actually heard from my boss. He had mentioned that at my job. Bert, if you watching, I'm quoting you on this because you said it. A wise man learns from other mistakes, while a fool only learns from his own. And just to give an example of that, let's say we see somebody walk into a glass door.
Yep.
Right? And are we going to walk right behind them and do the same thing? Or are we going to be like, man, there's a glass door there. We saw that guy bump into it. We're going to open it before we walk out of it. We're going to learn from it, right? Now, to break that down even more than that, it's like I can learn from my own mistakes. And I'm only going to get but so far in life doing that. Whereas when we apply the knowledge of others, or if we take what we see from other people's problems or mistakes of things, trials and tribulations that they've been through, and we learn from them, whether we give an advice to them that we should be giving to ourselves, or whether, you know, they've gone through it and they say, look, man, I went through this. This is the best way that I came out of it. And we apply that. One of the things in reference to that was just more so about being able to take information from other people and being able to apply it. Now, that goes to say, like, when you're a kid and you're growing up and your parents say, don't do this. Well, your parent knows what's best for you. They only want what's best for you. I mean, as a parent, you know this. You only want better for your kids than you've had. So they only want what's best for you. But as a child, as a kid growing up, it's always, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to live and I'm going to learn. So applying that as you get older, all I was stating when I brought that up was a wise person is going to learn from other people, not just mistakes, but also, and this was something that wasn't listed in that quote, their successes. Meaning, if I see somebody that I look up as a role model or a mentor, somebody that's successful, and I'm like, man, I really want to be like that, I'm going to look at what they did in their lives and try to either mimic it or try to do something similar for me that works better for me so that I can become just as successful or more successful because I'm trying to learn from their successes just like we learn from the mistakes.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't mention that in that statement just because the point of that statement was that they're just talking about mistakes. They're not talking about successes. But yes, I do agree with you, but we could apply that to successes as well. A fool only learns from his own success. A wise man learns from others. Same thing. Same thing, right? RC Sniper, thanks for tuning in. I don't know, keep it calling me RC Sniper. Was that your artist name or something like that? Probably you remind me of somebody. RC Mike, I got the 50th Laws. It's fire. It definitely is. That's actually the book that actually started me on this journey about 6 years ago. That book is all about letting go of your fear and how fear controls all of us. Plus, it's hip hop based, so it definitely intrigued me and kept my interest in it. Definitely love it. Wolf, facts, bro. Very true, buddy. It takes humility, which many people tend to struggle with. Yeah, because a lot of people feel like being tough is actually it's easier. It's easier to be tough. It's easier to act like you know it all. It's easy to act like you're Superman. It's easy to act like you don't need any help. That's easy. Yeah. But did you know that 80% of people don't open up about their problems? Yeah, because it takes a lot of courage to open up. Yeah, that to me is tough. I don't consider gangster dudes who are in the street robbing and stealing and doing malicious things to other people. That whatever. What I consider tough, what I consider gangster, what I consider G is a man doing what he needs to do to provide and supply for his family. What I consider G is a man being a father. What I consider G is a mother holding her house down. That's what I consider tough. That's what I respect. Those are the things that I look up to, especially when it's so easy for us to go down a path where it's just where we just spiral down and it's a domino effect, and then we start complaining why things are worse and worse and worse because it's your mentality, because you're just so negative. That's easy to be negative. It's easy to do for you to wake up in the morning and be like, you know what? I could hit the snooze and I could sleep for another hour. It's easy for you to not even get out of bed. It's easy for you to just smoke and drink all night and go to sleep late. That's easy. That's easy. That's not gangster for me. What tough is you waking up extra early so you can have more time in the day to do what you need to do. Why? Because it's not just about you and not just about your dreams and not just about your goals. It's also about your energy, and what affects your energy is the people around you, especially your loved ones. So you gotta make sure your mom, your dad, your sisters, your bros, your kids, your close friends, your shorty, your man, you gotta make sure they're good too, because they are also a part of your life as well. That's what I want to say. Now, we also spoke as far as we all build walls, guys. We all been hurt. I get it. We touched on this last week. We get it. We all have walls, and we build them up so damn high that we can't even see the sky anymore. We don't even know how the hell are we going to break that down. And it doesn't matter who the hell you meet. They're not going to bring a bulldozer as demolition and break that wall down. It's not going to work like that. Only you have the power to break down your own wall. Only you have the power to open up. Only you have the power to be to show humility, to be humble, to open up, to give yourself a chance, to have hope, to move forward, to try to fall in love again. Now, they say love is a drug, and I don't want to do drugs no more. That's from Jordan Lucas. He has to definitely turn that ADHD album out. But I'm not with that, but we're going to get to that as well. But it's so easy for us to build these walls, right? That's easy, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's easy. What's hard? It's hard for us to break it down. And I'm not saying just completely remove the wall. We said it last week. Break it down, at least have a fence. You don't want to have a door there? That's cool. But can they at least see, look over?
Window,
can they see you? Can they at least see you? Can they feel you? Can they know where you're coming from? Can they at least know your middle name? Can you give them something? Now, when we do build these walls, we had that conversation last week. Y'all could tune into that. But what I want to talk about today, as far as building the walls, is what perspective are you looking from because of this wall? Are you looking from a perspective where you just hurt and filled with pain, and you're still heartbroken, and you're finding definitions to things that happen in your life based on these lenses of pain and hurt? Or are you looking at things through the perspective of just hope? Go ahead, organize your thoughts, because I know you're trying. That's what you're doing right now.
Nah, it's more so. It's like being a man and talking to women and talking to people as far as counseling and advising. I want to say the majority of people are coming from a place of hurt. They've been hurt in the past. They don't want to be hurt again, and that's why they put the wall up. They feel like they have to be guarded. The person that's looking at it from a place of hope, that I think that's more of like the single person that's they're done with the BS, they're done with the games, and they're ready to get back into a life of trying to find somebody to love and be loved by just that one person. And the reason I say that is because in order for them to come from a place of hope, they gotta think it's something out there. They gotta think that love is still out there. Yeah. Otherwise, they're gonna throw in the towel, and they're gonna just keep building, like you said, to the point to where there is no end.
Love Bella. Fear is involved in all of our actions. Depending on what we choose to do, determine if we overcome or back down. Completely agree. Wolf, exactly. You can't go about life fooling yourself. You lie to yourself long enough, and you will actually come to believe it. That's Next thing you know, nobody's even with you, Bob, because it's fraud. Because it's fake. You know, at the end of the day, the light will always come out. The light will always shine. Haiti, it takes courage, and that's not given. You damn right, courage is not given. Courage is built. And the thing is, we probably all had courage in our lives, but life destroyed it. And it could have been our parents. Let's be honest about that. If we're going to be talking about a lot of our trauma that and issues and insecurities and self-esteem issues that we go through in our adulthood comes from our childhood drama, then let's be real. Let's be brutally honest about it. A lot of the times it was our own parents that caused that. It was our own parents that projected their own insecurities onto you. Oh, you don't know how to dance. Oh, you'll never be a good baseball player. Oh, you're not that cute. Oh, you're not that smart. Oh, you're not that fast. Whatever it is. And we grow up actually believing these things. And then we grow up feeling like, okay, this is who I am. And then comes the teenager. And then you come up to the self-awareness as, hold up. I'm not as dumb as my father thought I was. Hold up. I got an 8 here. Like, hold up. Who lied to me? Who lied to me? Doesn't matter who lied to you. It's your responsibility now to seek the truth. Straight up. The wall is a dam. It's holding all the emotions and feelings. When we break it down, we get shoved away because we burden them with the overflow. Now, the wall is a dam. It's holding all the emotions and feelings. Now, the thing about that, about energy, it's like water. At the end of the day, since you use the word dam, I'm going to use this analogy. So water can be in a dam. It doesn't matter how many years, eventually, that water is going to find a way out.
Eventually.
Might be a million years, bro. But eventually, that water is going to find a way to seep out of that dam. So now I'm comparing water to energy. Pretty very similar. They both flow, right? Cool. So that's what's going to happen with that energy. So if you have this energy inside you, it doesn't matter if it's positive or energy, but let's stick with the positivity here. If you have all this positive energy inside you and you hold it in, eventually it's going to seep out. And if it forces its way out, it's not going to be in a positive way because it forced itself out. It doesn't matter. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy just is. Energy just transforms. Energy just transcends. Energy is always going to be there. So when you hold it in, if you don't do nothing with it, just know that eventually that energy is going to seep out and it's going to turn into a negative way. Exactly what you and Wolf was talking about. You're so negative and you believe something about yourself and you're so pessimistic that eventually you start believing it.
True.
That's the energy seeping out in a negative way. It's affecting your well-being. It's affecting your character, and it's especially changing your way of thinking and your thought habits. I struggle with talking about my feelings on a one-on-one environment. I excel in speaking on these issues among many. Okay, it's odd and it has caused problems in my relationships.
I can imagine.
I want to know why are you more comfortable talking in a group setting than a one-on-one? That's the first question I want to ask before I even continue talking about that conversation. That's what I want to know as far as why do you feel more comfortable in a group setting? Is it because you feel less targeted? Or do you feel because if it's a group setting, more people will be able to understand where you're coming from? Let's see. One, if it's live, two, if it's a replay. That's why it's important to have someone you can talk to unconditionally. It never comes to that. That's why we as people need one another. We do. At the end of the day, we're all social creatures. Now, so when you're building this wall, we have to be aware as far as what lenses are we looking through it. Are we looking through the lens of us still being hurt, wounded, harmed, and heartbroken? Or are we looking at things, we're on the brighter side of things? Optimistic. You have hope. And not just that, guys. Giving yourself a chance for happiness. Yeah. You feel me? Like, we've all been in love. A lot of us has been in love. And a lot of us has been turned off with love. Because we've all been hurt. I get it. But damn, if we keep living our lives shunning love out, eventually we're going to end up more miserable than actually giving ourselves that chance. True. It's my belief, my opinion. We could agree or disagree on that one. Now, last week we spoke about, like when you're trying to get with somebody and things like that. Now, that doesn't mean as far as, you're giving yourself a chance to be out of love, but what happens when they're not ready? So you meet somebody and y'all vibe and y'all click and you're at this position, right? But they're not ready. Now, last week I was saying something about as I'm not waiting for nobody. I don't got time to wait for nobody. Like, time is the most valuable thing in my life. Now, the way I delivered it last week, I actually want to tone it down a little bit and give it to you guys in a way that you guys can actually understand it more as far as what I really mean, as far as nobody should be waiting on nobody.
Yeah, because last week, the way you came off was like, you shut it down. Like, that's it.
But I'm still going to shut it down.
I'm waiting. But, like, if she tell you she not ready, you're not even interested anymore.
And I still stand by that. And I still stand by that, and I still believe everything I said, and I still mean everything I say. I just want to feel like I want to use a different wording so that people can understand exactly what I mean by that. And it's like, I'll use an analogy or an example like when you're in a carnival, right? Like, what the hell am I waiting for when I'm the prize? I'm probably not doing any better.
From one extreme to the other. But I get that. Okay, like, why would you wait if you're the prize?
But why am I the prize?
Point taken.
But why am I the prize?
Well,
because I'm ready. I'm gonna answer it before we put more dirt on this.
Apparently you are. Can't even let me get there. But because you're ready, and you know what, Stitch?
And it's not just me. It's not just me. I'm just using myself as an example. I'm talking more in general, as everybody. You know, if you're a person where you've gone through so much trials and tribulation, trauma and drama in your life, and you've taken the necessary steps, method and protocol to actually heal yourself and put yourself in a position to give yourself that chance of love, to give yourself that hope, to give yourself a chance where you're not always doubting yourself, to give yourself, you know what, this is what I really want, and I'm looking forward and I'm not looking backwards, then guess what? You're the prize. You're the prize to be won because you're rare in this world. You're not walking around this world hurt. You're not walking around this world looking at things through your own lenses of your hurt and pain. You're not walking around this world, bro, with insecurities. You're not walking around this world thinking that every man and every woman is the same. That's valuable. And that's why that's why I wanted to use this carnival analogy. Like, what the hell am I waiting for when I'm the prize? So now if we're there and you're shooting your shot, but you ain't ready yet, and I'm there and I'm understanding I'm the prize ready to be won, but you ain't ready yet, then guess what? That's cool. Move over.
That walks up.
The next girl is. So why should anybody wait on somebody? And I have answers for this too, but I'm actually asking you guys this. Why should anybody that's already ready to be in a relationship wait for somebody else that's not?
I mean, the only answer I can give is the interest, man. You got to really like a person, like really like them, to understand that even though you went through your pain, you know, discovering yourself, etc., and getting to the point to where you're ready now, understanding that the person that you like isn't there yet. So if you're gonna wait, which, like you said, I'm not advising anybody to, I would say, like you said, live your life, and when they become ready, if it's meant to be, it'll come back and it'll happen. But the only answer I could give to the question that you're asking is if I really like the person, I might wait. I might not put myself out there to other people to give this person that I may potentially see, you know, something in, a chance. Yeah. That might be the only reason I'll wait.
And it also depends what level or situation the other person is. Now, I love Bella commented, I thought the relationship was the prize. No, the relationship is the trophy. Is what I said. It's a difference.
There is a difference.
She tried. Next. Now, I'm just saying though, well, be realistic. You choose to wait, then best be prepared to be let down. You feel me? And I understand where he's coming from as well too. I do understand you, my killer. I do. Because it's like, go ahead, bro. Because like, he's like, you choose to wait, then best be prepared to be let down. What I'm saying as far as this. Now, if you choose to wait, that's your choice. Ain't nobody here going to judge you. If you choose to wait, you must have your own reasons why you chose that. Now, what are the reasons why you chose that is definitely going to affect if things are going to work out or if you're going to be let down at the end. If she's just in a bad situation in her life, She believes that she needs to have her own car. She needs to have her own crib. She believes to have her own stable job, and she doesn't have none of these in line yet. And that's one of the reasons. And that's the reasons why she's telling you she's not ready to get in a relationship with you. Then I'm like, I can deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Okay, now I'm like, you know what? Depending on how much I like the person. Now, if I'm really feeling you like that and I see the potential, like you're talking about, and the interest is there, I'm going to be like, you know what? I bet. Like, I understand that because I'm like that way too. Like, I need to have all my checks in order before I get involved with somebody else. Because I know that's going to take time, energy, and effort to be with somebody and make it work. So if my life ain't in control yet, I'm not going to add more stress into it because stress really comes to how the way we make things bigger in our lives. That's stress, other guys, if you guys didn't know that. But if the example, the situation is she just went through a bad breakup. She just went through a bad breakup and she was with somebody for like 10 years or just 5 years. She just got out of a domestic violent relationship. Now that's serious and that definitely affects the person. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Now if she's going through these certain situations where there's a lot of emotions attached, I'm not saying I don't want to be your friend anymore because I still want to be there for you. But that doesn't mean I'm going to wait around until you heal yourself so I can build something with you. Because at the end of the day, I don't know how much time it's going to take for you to heal yourself. I don't even know if you're mentally capable of healing yourself yet. And I don't even know if you're even ready to admit to yourself that you even need healing.
And not only that, but I mean, if she just got out of something like that, you'd only be waiting to be a rebound. And what I mean by that is you'd be the person that's there to catch her before she, fall and crash or whatever. But at the end of the day, she's not going to stay there. She's going to resent the fact that you were there while she went through all her hurt, and all her sensitivity.
Her trigger buttons and stuff, right?
Right. So, like Wolf said, if you wait, you might not know what you're waiting for.
Well, I'm glad Wolf is actually watching now because there was something Bella had posted. He commented, I commented on it as well too, and it's like she was talking about, like, are you okay to chill with somebody and not smashing on the first date? And I'm like, that's not what we really want to talk about. I actually want to talk about, like, damn, girl, if I really like you, I don't even want to smash. Yeah.
At least not on the first date.
Yeah. Definitely not on the first date. If I really like you, I definitely don't want to smash you on the first date. They're like, wait, what? Maybe some of my killers understand what we mean by this. Bro. Keith, why not? Why not? And let's emphasize on the words really like you. If I really like you, and by really like you is, holy snap, I see myself with her. Why won't we smash on the first date, bro?
The elephant in the room, and I'm just going to say it because we brutal honest, bro. It is what it is. The first reason and the main reason why I'm not going to want to smash on the first date is because if I can, my assumption is going to be everybody can. Yep. She's easy. Yep. So if I really like her, I'm hoping she don't even let it get that far. I'm hoping she won't even let it get that far.
I'm hoping she turns me down. Please turn me down.
Right? Because
please don't kiss me. Please don't kiss me. I'm gonna kiss you back.
I'm gonna try. And I would actually respect her more if she turned me down the first time.
You're absolutely right, bro.
Now, if I really like her.
Now, it's just like the reason why I'm going segue into that is because Wolf commented, friendship over everything though. Your partner absolutely needs to be your best friend above all else. Now, my response to, if I really like you, I don't even want to smash you. Yet.
Oh, man.
Yet. I'm always add the yet. Because I still want to smash.
You do.
But not yet. And this is what I mean by this. If I really like you, that means I see myself with you. That means I see potential in you. That means I see us together. That means I see us building something. That means I see us past the bedroom. So if my thoughts are past the bedroom and they're scattered through everything else general in life, especially when it comes to building a friendship, then that's where my focus is. So yes, I still want to smash you because I'm physically attracted to you as well. But I'm more mentally attracted to you above everything else. So yeah, if I see you and we click and we vibe and I really like you, and I'm ready. Let's just talk about, and I'm also ready for it as well, because there's variables I also want to mention as far as this goes. But I'm also ready, and I meet a female like, holy snap, I think she might be the one. Bro. Now my mind is not just in the bevel. Now my mind is on other things. Now my mind is thinking about what type of dates we can have. Can we go out? Can we have fun? Man, this might be the chick I might want to introduce to my family, things like that. Now, if we don't see that and all we see is a girl like we just like, now I'm not saying really like, now I'm just saying we just like her and it's just physical attraction, then my mind, it's only in the bedroom. Yep. So you damn right, I don't care if we smashed the first night or not. I don't care. All I saw you was full of bedroom anyway.
Bro, and that's why I say this. And some people might not like this. I really don't care if they don't. Let me know in the comments. That's why I say, if you really like a girl, we're using that as the
the dividing factor.
If you really like a girl, treat her like you don't. And
now, when I posted they didn't know that came from you. I'm glad you said it, because that's all you, bro.
Because there's more. There's more. Just slightly. And what I mean by that is, if you're not really into her, but you, like you said, the physical attraction is there, but she can't hold a conversation and all it is one thing, that's the one you actually treat like a queen.
Oh, man. If I really like you, I'm going to act like I don't.
Treat her like you don't, bro. Treat her like you don't.
I'm not with that,
Listen,
man.
I'm going to tell you the reason why right here.
Go ahead, bro. I'm listening, bro. I'm listening.
So, let me ask you, Stitch, because, you know, we've spoken about this before as far as guys have options too. So, we're going to speak more personal, us here, right? You got people in your DMs that that are there that are just like, man, I wish they just stopped messaging me. I wish they stopped messaging me. Right? And then you got the girls that every once in a while might hit you up, but that's the one you really like, but they need a little bit more convincing, so to speak, right? If you treat the girl you really want like you want her, she's going to get annoyed. She's going to be like, oh, this fucking thirsty ass nigga, this, that, and the third. He likes all my picture. All mine. Damn, I just told the nigga I was laying down, and he wondering why I'm still posting.
Press 1 if it's live, 2 if it's a replay, 3 if you just comment if you guys want to shout out.
If you show her you really like her,
I want them to comment 4 if you guys agree with Keith with the notion of if you really like them, just act like you don't. Press 4 if you agree, and press 5 if you disagree with that notion.
And I'm going to actually bring it to a personal experience. Now, the flip side of that is when I liked a girl and I treated her like I didn't. I ignored her. I walked past her looking at my time like I wouldn't even see her. I did everything to make it seem like she was irrelevant. Why? And the only reason I did it, Stitch, is because everybody else was doing the opposite. Everybody else was doing it. Damn, look at her. Everybody was trying to get with her. Everybody was trying to get her number. All of this. And at the end of the day, Stitch, with me doing all of that to not even entertain her.
You still got her. Come on. You still got her. Okay, cool.
I did. But not just
more of the story. You still got her anyway.
She approached me.
You still got her anyway because you created this interest within her as far as wait a minute. You created the forbidden apple effect.
Why are you the only one that don't want it?
I feel you. Most people want what they can't have. I get you. I'm just trying to speak through this so we can get to the last topic before we end the show, bro. We're running a low on time. I got you. So you created the forbidden apple effect, and that's what it is. And I completely understand that. Now, where the other guys messed up at was they was being too thirsty. They put her on this value, and what happens when you raise somebody else's value so high is at the end of the day, you just lower yourself. Nah, that's not the way to do it. I also completely disagree with you. 10 years ago, bro, we'd still be on the same page. We'll be writing this book together, my killer. Nowadays, I'm not with that. I'm throwing the whole book in the trash. I'm starting a new chapter in my life. To be real with you, because at the end of the day, just being yourself is already enough. So I don't care how you look. I don't care how bad you are or none of that. If I really like you, I'm going to let you know exactly how I feel about you. But I am not going to be putting myself in a position where I'm lowering my own self, where I'm lowering my own standards, my own morals, and my own value just because I have to big you up. Hell no, I ain't doing none of that shit. Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna let you know what it is. Hey, man, you're cute, you're a good mother, I like you, I see potential in you, and I'm feeling you. Now, if you want to take that as I'm being thirsty, now if you want to take that as, oh, I got this nigga, I'm just gonna have him string along and all that, then guess what, mommy? You ain't the girl for me. You ain't the woman I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that I can be confidential with. I'm looking for somebody that I can open up with. I'm looking for somebody that's not gonna criticize me and that's not gonna judge me for just me being myself. Period. That's my response to that. Now, about how the hell do you feel when they always have a damn tag along? Like, seriously, how do you feel about that? I mean, I understand because, she's just, she wants to bring her friend along because her friend went through a bad breakup, and she's telling me, "Pa, but she could come have lunch with us, right?" And I understand that she's just being a good friend.
Well, hold on, but when is she gonna be a good date? I mean, if she's always bringing her friend along, when is it us time? Like, I asked to take you out, not y'all out.
So now we're talking about how is it that you feel when you're dating with somebody and they always bring a tag along. They always bring your friend along. Now, my killer is so on point because I'm over here saying, yeah, she's just being a good friend and you out here, all right, cool, but when is she going to be a good date? I understand that, but my bro, it's like, I don't want to have the debate, bro, because I want it to be on the side as far as I'm understanding, where she's just being a good friend. She went through a bad breakup and things like that, and you know what? That's cool. Maybe the first time, maybe.
What is this, show and tell? Show your friend what a good date look like so she can go on one? Nah, bro, I'm not with that.
Worse, right?
Now, if me and Shorty have that type of vibe, a connection to where it's like, okay, you're bringing her along because we've been talking about threesomes, and this might be a potential person. then okay, I can see you bringing them along. But otherwise, this is our third date. Our third date.
And she's still here?
Why has she been on all of them with us?
Okay, so you might be okay for her to pass through if there's potential for it to be a threesome.
Of course.
The main reason why I'm not okay with her always hanging out is because she's ugly.
Oh, damn.
I'm just saying.
Bro, hold on.
Bro,
wait,
ladies, y'all know when your friend is ugly.
So, Stitch.
Hold on,
let me ask.
Ladies, I want to ask
Go
something. Like, do y'all know when I'm just saying, I'm trying to 5 minutes, bro, 5 minutes. Y'all know when your friend is ugly. Don't y'all? Come on, don't play with me like that. Bro, even guys know when they're male friends. I'm not gonna say we know when they look good. Nah, I'm just saying we know when our dudes are looking old bummy and shit like that. But girls, y'all eyes are way more open than ours. Y'all know when your friend is ugly. You want to keep bringing her along, and I'm like, I already got a girl and I still feel cock blocked. Why is she here?
Like, bro, I showed all my boys her picture. Nobody wants to chill. Nobody's coming for her. Nobody's going to pass through.
Bro, she was like, so when you're bringing Keith around, and I'm like, he saw her profile picture and she's blocked. Like, I don't think we should look about something else. But I'm saying that because last week we was talking about some people don't know they have options, but my killer. People know that they're ugly. Even ugly people know that they're good because there's other ugly people that want them too.
So wait, ugly people got options?
Ugly people's option are ugly people.
But they got options.
That's what I'm saying.
From Stitch, brutally honest, ugly people got options.
I'm just saying though. All right, so to let's just end the show. At the end of the day, if you're with somebody, you're trying to get involved with somebody, have more respect to the person's time. If you still got some residue of your ex, don't bring nobody else around. We definitely want to talk about that. I definitely wanted to mention that. Okay, so quick announcements before we end this in 2 minutes. Next week, I will be doing a solo show. It'll be April 7th. April 14th, Keith has his solo show. April 21st, your boy Brutal True has his solo show. and April 28th, your girl Love Bella has her own solo show. We are transitioning and we're moving to the main page of Brutally Honest. If you guys have not liked that main page yet, definitely like and follow so you guys can get the notification. Again, the month of April will be all solo shows. It'll start with me, Keith, Brutal Truth, and with Love Bella. Then when May comes around, me and Brutal Keith will keep the show going on the road. Another announcement is I'm actually starting another podcast. It'll be on another night. And this is actually going to be more like Brutally Honest. Nothing but classics music, where I'm going to be brutally honest as far as music related. I've been doing music for over 20 years in my life. I've been writing for 25 years when it comes to poetry and lyrics. I've written songs. I've ghostwritten for people. I've engineered. I produce. I do videos. I do pictures. I'm an artist myself. I produce shows. I produce events. I produce performances. I have a lot of information that I can give out to the world. And it's God's plan. We'll see how God organizes. I have a vision in my mind, but that show will probably end up starting in about a month or 6 weeks from now on. I'm definitely keeping you guys in the loop as far as that. I have been invited as a special guest for Dope Discussions on this Sunday. It will be this Sunday at 6:30. I'm gonna send you guys the link as well. I'm actually been invited to that podcast, and we're gonna talk about the effects and the aftermath of infidelity. I told Erica Warren, you mind if I keep it brutally honest? Because I have a lot of personal experiences and I don't want to limit myself on what I say. She said, cool. I said, bet. I'm down. Let's keep it brutally honest and let's make an epic show.
Facts. Now, you brought up the new podcast with the music. I just want to say, y'all not going to have to wait until then to hear something. One of the reasons why me and Stitch has been friends for as long as we've been friends is because I actually started off as a fan, which is why every chance I get to throw him in the spotlight, I always tell him whether he hit us with poetry, spoken word, lyrics from one of his tracks or something. I always definitely make sure he says something so that not just one I can hear it, but so you guys can hear it as well. Because I swear, like I said, bro, I was a fan of yours, of your music, before we ever started any of this. And I'll always be a fan of it. So, before we go off tonight, like I always do, Stitch, hit him with something new, bro.
Okay, so I was gonna give you guys.
I
was gonna give you guys an option because I already know Keith loves to put me on the spot, and that's all good. You actually influenced on me starting a music-related show where it's just about music. I'm only gonna be talking about music and sports. That's the only two things and obviously who I am, which is inspiration as well. But I'm not going to talk about relationship. I say that for Tuesdays, I'm brutally honest. But I'm just going to be music and sports. Anybody that I have, I don't care if it's you, my killer. Anybody that's on that show for that music podcast that I'm starting, you have to spit a verse. If you ain't got ready for spit a verse, please don't even hit my ass up. Straight up. Because I'm going to flame you on live as well. It's called Brutally Honest for a reason. They must have forgotten. I'm gonna put them on.
So even if I want to be on the show, I'm gonna have to come with something. I'm not even an artist. We'll see if I'm on it.
You know what? We'll see if I'm so on that show, I'm gonna wait, or maybe for next week, I'll hit them with Promise. I'll hit y'all with Promise. I'm just gonna hit them with a quick verse. This verse is actually called Special.
Okay.
The meaning of this verse is, I keep telling you that you're special, but you don't listen, and I always upset you. This is what this verse is about. I tell you every time, everything will be fine. And me, I can't even look in your eyes. Is it me, my self-conscience, or my pride? Or could it be we're just getting closer to our demise? Should I push it to the side or should I confront it? I remember telling you I always keep it 100. I remember giving you everything you ever wanted. So if our love is dead, my heart's being haunted. Because no one has done it the way you used to. But the sad part is she believed that all I did was use you. And why is that? Because mentally I abused you. Physically I accused you. Out my life I refused to. But there's some good news, bro. The good thing is that she never caught me cheating. What that matters? If my love, she never received it. And all the times you said that you believe in, damn, it is now that I actually believe it. And still I keep telling you that you special, but you don't listen. And I always upset you. Thank y'all all for tuning in. It's a great episode. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Solo shows month of April. Nothing but classic music. Brutally honest reviews. Coming up on probably in May, in 6 weeks from now. I would like to thank y'all all for tuning in. God bless y'all. I love you guys all.
Talking about the podcast sets up for the Brutally Honest.
We started a new podcast. It's already up. We got 2 episodes there. I'm definitely, as soon as I upload it tonight, I'm going to share the link on this feed, and I'm also going to be sharing it throughout my Facebook. On Instagram, it's STICHS_NBC. That's Stitches NBC. Make sure y'all can follow me. Y'all can follow my boy King, which is at King82682.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank y'all for tuning in. It's your boy Stitches NBC. It's nothing but classics music, baby. And don't ever forget, keep it brutally honest, because at the end of the day, always be yourself, because they're going to love you and hate you no matter what. And at the end of the day, you have to live with it. God bless.